Hello guys. Today we will be starting our class on event loops. So let's explain how event loop works and actually what is event loop. So as you all of you are familiar with the JS being single threaded, right? If I write over here, we all know JS is single threaded. But suppose you are in an interview. But suppose you are in an interview. Okay. Now the interviewer asks you, even though JS is single threaded, then how it behaves asynchronous or like multi-threaded language. So what will be your answer? Even though start our answer. Even though JS is single threaded, but it behaves asynchronously like a multi-threaded language. So what will be your answer? JavaScript has become multi-threaded or what? So your answer to that question will be JavaScript behaves asynchronously because of the event loop that is provided to you or provided to it in the Node.js environment by the UV library. So what is event loop and how does it work behind the scenes? So let's start with it. So whenever we run any kind of file in the Node.js environment, so we write node file name dot js. So node provides us with a runtime environment, right? So what happens behind the scene whenever we do this? Whenever we do this, what happens? Let's see. Whenever we write node file name dot js, so over here, uh, the node environment takes up a process in our uh, machine. Why can't I write it? Let's write it over here. Takes up a process. This box represents our process. Okay. So then comes the main thread. Then comes the main thread of JavaScript. This is the main thread of JavaScript. Okay. This is where all the magic happens. JavaScript only has a single thread. Only remember that, guys. Okay. So this is the main thread of JavaScript. So whenever we come to the main thread, it has got some design choices by the developers. What will be executed first and what will be executed later. Okay. So first what comes first? Init. It initializes our file. Then it then comes a top level code. Top level code includes each and every type of code that comes at the top level, not the sub level like functions and all. Functions are nested levels. Functions and everything they comes in the nested level. Top level codes are console logs, maybe import statements, maybe something else. But each and every top level code will be executed at first. Then comes the import statement. The modules get imported. Okay. Then come the event callbacks. Event callbacks. Event callbacks. How to explain? Event callbacks are nothing but some signal events that uh, that helps us to do something whenever we whenever we call that event. Suppose you have heard about control. You have always done control C, right? So control C exits a process. Whenever so there's a code written over here like this. Suppose like this process dot on secant. So, so there's a code written in the Node.js somewhere that whenever we press Control C, the server will be exited. So whenever the process is loaded, event callbacks are registered, not triggered, registered. We trigger those event callbacks. Remember that. Then comes our event loop, the star of the show, right? The star of the show. Event loop. So in the event loop also, there's on a hierarchy of how the things are get processed. Okay. So let me just write the event loop hierarchy over here. Okay. So in the event loop, it's not looking good actually. Go with this one. So event loop hierarchy. Event loop. So whenever the event loop starts, let's go to the documentation first. Okay. So this documentation says that whenever the event loop has this priority: timers, pending callbacks, idle, poll, check, close callbacks. Okay. So what does it mean? And there's another line over here. Whenever the node.js starts, it initializes the event loop, processes the provided input script, or drops into REPL. Is not covered in this document. So there's another thing on top of the timers which is called REPL. There's something REPL. You don't have to worry about that right now. Piyush sir might cover it today in our classes. Which makes async API calls schedule timers. REPL covers async API calls schedule timers or process.nextTick. So currently we would write REPL as process.nextTick in our Excalibur, and we will remember this. Okay, and then all these processes. So what are the processes? Let's go to our Excalibur and write them. Okay, at first it comes process.nextTick. Then what comes? It comes expired callbacks. Callbacks that are expired means that are ready to be shown. The process, the most probably the set timeout, mostly the set timeout. Then comes the IO polling. IO pollings are nothing but the read write functions of fs.read, fs. File systems read writes. Those are called IO pollings in the input output functions. Okay. Then comes our set immediate. This is called a process. Maybe the spelling might be wrong because I'm used to VS Code suggestions. Let's go to the spelling once and see. This is a check. Set immediate. Set immediate. Yeah, this one. Let me just copy paste it. I like copy pasting. लिखने दो यार. Set immediate or checks. Then comes the close callbacks. Then comes the close callbacks. We don't have to worry about this. This we will encounter very late in our career. I have also not quite experienced it. Yeah. Then what does it do? This repeats the same process. It repeats the same process to see if anything is pending or not. If pending, repeat the loop or exit. Okay. Event loop is basically just a loop that loops over these things until and unless and until all the processes are done. Then after that it exits. Okay. So let's start with an example in a code base. How does it look like? So let's go to some code examples and see live what does this means. Unless and until you see code, we don't understand anything, right? I also had that same case. So let's start with the examples. Oh shit, I froze the code only. Let's clear our terminal and let's see the first one, okay? This is very clear, right? You might be able to guess the output as well. Let's see what's it. I'm giving you 5 seconds, okay? One, two, three, 4, 5. Hope you can guess the output. Let's do it. So it's very clear, right? The console log start, end. These are the top level code. Then the import statement must have done it, must have worked. Then the set timeout, set immediate, set timeout, set immediate, set timeout, set immediate. Okay. Let's go to our number two. Okay. Just look at the code and try to guess what will be the output. I'm waiting. Okay. Okay. Now let's do it. Node 2.js. Okay. So you got it or it's wrong? Most probably you have got it wrong, right? So if it is in the sync, the first the top level codes, then comes the IO callbacks, then comes the IO polling, then there should be set timeout, right? But why didn't it go as planned? Why didn't it go to set immediate? Then the set timer, why? Can you explain it? Actually, what happens is first the top level code is executed at first. First the console log. Let's try to worry. First the console log happens. Then it goes to IO polling. After IO polling, as you can see over here, it comes set immediate. It's in the loop already, right? Then the set immediate and set timeout both get registered. But as it is in the phase, the set immediate get registered over here. Then comes the set immediate. Then comes the timeout. Okay. Let's go to the third one. Okay. Just look at the code over here. What is happening? First, we have set immediate. Then some nested functions. Then the console log. Then another set timeout. Then another set immediate. Then set timeout console log. Then what should be the order of it? Let's try to guess. Okay. I'm writing the code right now. Let's clear the console first. Okay. Let's see. What did it come? Okay. So first came I am console. Okay. Then came timeout one. Okay, that's expected. Then what? Then came set immediate. Okay. Console log immediate one. It is done. Then what did it came? So as soon as I'm inside the set immediate, both the set timeout set immediate got registered. But in the same loop, the set immediate एक्चुअली वेंट सेट इमीडिएट वो सेम गैप में घुस गया और वो प्रोसेस हो गया और सेट टाइम आउट पीछे रह गया इसलिए सेट टाइम आउट एट लास्ट हुआ यू गॉट इट राइट ओके you might remember let's do it over here last this one is the last one then we have some tricky parts actually okay okay now can someone guess what's happened okay first the top level code I'm console it is done then what happens then the interval is called right then interval is called then what happens how that immediate a b came because it's already it's already zero it should get registered but what happens is that the set intervals fires continuously Okay, before clearing the interval, if the count is 3, it fires uh, uh, one after the another. Okay, so in the first phase, whenever there's a top level code, the top level code first got executed, then the set interval got executed for the first time. The console loaded the tick count 1. Okay, then after the loop got end, then it went to the IO pollings, then the processes, the immediate ones. So in the same window, both the immediate got into it and got printed. Then the second thread interval fired, then the third. So that's why the case. Okay. So you might remember this case, right? Why Pius sir gave it. So what was the case? Let us remember first. Node X.js. Okay. So the immediate got executed first, then the set timeout. Why? Whenever the console log came, then the order is correct. We can predict it, right? But as soon as I comment it out, it is sorry, I didn't save it. It is going berserk. It is unpredictable. Why? So actually, console.log is a kind of a system write call. And whenever we are doing set timeout, although we are setting it to 0, it is registered at least a very small time is required to for the set timeout to complete the whole process. 1 millisecond or 0.1 millisecond or whatever. So for each and every timer for that happens. Okay, not only for set timeout. We will go over here and we will see for the set interval as well. Whenever that happens, when the console load, it takes the required time, and then the set timeout gets executed. I have a chart over here if you want to see. I have created it. Okay. So see, without console log, what happens? Think enter event loop. Timer says timer not expired. Keep me at least 1 millisecond threshold is there. Then the check phase come, immediate fires, timeout fires. Okay, so that is what happening over here. I do it, immediate timeout. What happened? Think timer, it enter the timer phase. Timer not yet expired. It at least have 1 millisecond threshold. So that's why it goes to check phase. As soon as it went to the check phase, set immediate got triggered and the console log was there. Then what happens? Then again the loop rewinds and the set timeout fires. Okay, this is what happens. What happens in case of whenever we write the console log? So one sync timeout immediate. Okay, so what happens over there? If you see over here, sync plus console log, write syscall 1 to 2 milliseconds it takes on Linux. Very small, you won't be able to see it. Then event loop enters, timer phase starts, set timeout fires, 1 millisecond threshold is already gone, set immediate fires again. Okay, you got my point, right? So let's see if you can guess the output over here. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Okay, what should be the output? If you can guess it correctly, you have understood it. If not, then you have to go through it once again. Let's go with node. Let's clear the terminal first. Node code.js. See, earlier what was happening? The tick was getting first, then before the after the console, right? See, see the I am console. Then the first timer getting fired. Then immediate A, immediate B. Then the second interval and the third interval. But as soon as I'm removing the console log, then the immediate the processes are getting fired first. then the intervals, right? I hope I am able to make you understand. Do you have another one? Yeah, this one is there. You can also have this one as well. Node p dot. Okay. See, in this case also the without let's do it with the without the console log, then we would be able to better understand. Okay. So now see, as soon as I remove the console log, the immediate is getting fired first, then the immediate one, then the timeout comes, then the immediate one, immediate two, and timeout inside immediate. Okay. I hope I am able to make you understand. You might have one question over here. Let me just clear the console and let me just show you. Might not be clear that. Okay. So what happens? I am console, then the timeout one, then goes to the immediate one. Okay. Then what happens? Immediate two is loaded, timeout inside immediate. Okay. Now if I remove the console, let's see once more. Okay. Now what happens? Oh, sorry, I did not save it. Okay. Immediate one, then it goes to the timeout. Why it goes to the timeout now? Why not immediate two? Let's see if you can figure it out. I will reveal the answer, but let's see if you can figure it out. So, were you able to figure it out, guys? Let's do it again. What's happening? As soon as I'm removing the console log, what is happening? See, immediate one, immediate two, timeout inside immediate. What is happening now? So let me just explain it, okay? The second case, first case it is accepted, right? So in the second case, what is happening? As soon as I'm removing the console log, the immediate is getting fired, the based on that 1 millisecond rule. Now after that, in the same phase, in the same time, both the set timeout and set immediate were getting registered. But as the 1 millisecond rule was not given, so the set immediate functioned. It first executed the top level, then came the second loop of it. Okay. In the second loop, it saw that already a set timeout is registered with 0 milliseconds. Okay, so it got fired first. Then when it comes to IO polling and the processor, it checks that there's a set immediate already present in that loop. So the immediate two nested one got triggered. Then when it came back, it saw it once again saw that there's one timer. So the timeout is a is executed at the last. I hope I was able to make myself clear, and of course ping me if you have any doubts through Master G. My name is Arnab Samanta. Hope this class was helpful. Bye bye for the next time. Thank you.